This is Staying in the Light Radio. Peace and honors to the Moors. All honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Brought light to me that I could see. And I'm going to try to stay calm and do another episode of how we got where we are as the underclass. Because everything that the oppressor is doing to us, we taught him. We did it to him first. So be sure to listen to the videos, especially the ones 19 minutes and 27 minutes. I be going in. I think the one yesterday was 27 minutes. Yeah, this is the prerequisites to the education you need to receive. Okay, now, I mean, it's so clear to me because, the guys, the ancestors just gave it to me. And I got to give it back. I got to share it. I guess not for me to hold. Some of y'all enterprising minds out there are going to take this, may write a book about it, or just repeat the video, circulate the video. That's all I ask because this knowledge need to be shared. And yeah, we taught them everything. We were the skilled people back then because when they came from Europe, they was the lower class, the criminals, the gangsters. There was nothing honorable about the people coming here. Don't let anybody fool you. And the reason why the government had to give them land because there's no other way they could receive it. They didn't have any skills. They didn't know how to do anything. So what the government was trying to do, the fake government wasn't ours. They was trying to put another class above us to bring us down. And the way they used to go about doing it, because we showed them how we took control is we had to go to their neighborhoods. See, this is the blessings of I say the blessings of separation. Segregation implies somebody's forcing you. No, we were separated for a reason, a divine reason, and we benefited from it. All you gotta do is look around you and see we're not benefiting from integration. That's why it was promoted. We benefited from separation because we are the skilled people, and we would take our skills and work for them because they didn't have the skills, and we'll bring that money back in our communities, and it would stay in our communities. That's what you call circulating the money in your communities. That's how we was able to be prosperous, and everybody was growing, and we was building. We was forever building things. And you see, when you have money in your community, you can make loans to people for building. You can have projects. You can do all these things. You have a constant source of resources. We did that. They call our money policy, making money, numbers running. They called it a racket because they couldn't profit from it. Who knew 100 years later, or even less, they would call it a lottery and make it legal. However, unlike what we did in our communities, we kept the money in our communities, and it made everyone benefit from it. That's how we became so prosperous. Now the state controlled the lottery, and they just have a few people who benefit from it. They're not trying to benefit the state, even though all the people of the state contribute to it. It's supposed to benefit the members of the state, but no, they have all these billions of dollars to one person. We didn't do it like that. That's how we got prosperous because we spread it around our communities. So what you need, okay, what you want to do, okay, here's the money. What you want to do, here's the money. So that's how we was growing so rapidly. And they learn from this. They watch us and learn and imitate. And matter of fact, this is how they started the stock market. The only difference is that instead of just having money, having numbers for the money, they have projects, businesses they start up, and then have you uh, uh, put a speculation on them whether they're going to prosper or not. And they did what we did. They kept the circulation among their own kind. You see, because that's what we did. We taught them how to do that. That's how they got ahead. It's not complicated at all. They don't have anything original. Everything they've done, we have taught them. So I think if you cover the last long lectures, the last 27 minutes, 19 minutes, and 16 minutes, I think you get a full view of the whole process of how it happens. So we got to do it again. You know, we got the blueprint. We know how to do it. We just got to do it. You know, we got to teach our youth to aspire to be greater things than football players and rappers, because that's how they harness our talents. You see, we supposed to have a lot of people doing a lot of different sciences because we are the creators of the universe. Why are we not creating? Because they got us harness our energy, got you out there running, playing ball, because they rather pay you millions of dollars to play ball than to be a creator or inventor and uplift your people. They benefit from the people, our people, being subjugated. So they want to keep the status quo, and that's how they do it. Now, we can still have ball players if you want to play ball, but we got to nurture our scientists, our young scientists and the inventors, because they are here. They're very talented people. We got to recognize them and support them. They shouldn't have to be worried about how I'm going to go through college or anything like that. Everything they need should be there for them because that's our salvation, our youth. And that's why the youth are always the ones under attack, because they don't have a full knowledge of who they are and they fall for emotionalism. And these social media, man, they're just satanic. All mass media is satanic. And if you're going to watch it, you got to know how. You got to know the pitfalls, always appealing to your lower nature. And they got our women out there leading the filth because they don't know. Nobody sit them down and talk to them and say, look, you the queen of the planet. You the model of womanhood. You are the earth. You shouldn't let anybody go into you. You should have pride in yourself of who you are. You do have pride. That's why you work with your nails and your hair because you want to look good. But your pride is misplaced because you show your private parts to anybody. That's a sickness. That's a trauma you're in. You don't even know it. You're so traumatized with what society has done to your man that you have lost self-respect and you don't know how to get it back. Yeah, I'm not blaming you women. I mean, we're to blame, the brothers as well. They did a job on us. I mean, a head job. They still doing it until you wake up. That's the only time somebody can stop lying to you, when you wake up and see the lie. So it's a beautiful day. You know, the planets lined up, all this energy coming in. So you need to learn how to harness that energy to be elevated, to be in this world and not of it. That's the only way you can do it. Watch videos of people who are talking that talk and doing this higher knowledge. Don't be watching people talking about the violence of the black people, and who want to hear that? That's not going to elevate you. And again, sisters doing that all day. They got videos about the violence that we suffered in the hands of the white people. What they gonna do for you? That's why they always focus on slavery, because they want to keep your mind on. They keep your mind on lockdown. You cannot advance if you keep talking about something that happened that made you underling. You stay right there. That is why the Gentiles, the bleached man, he don't talk about his enslavement. Yeah, he was enslaved more than anyone. That's where the harems were his women. That's why he's so paranoid when you look at him. But he don't know. No, they would not put a movie about his enslavement or indentured service, he want to be called, because that's not going to elevate him. But he would teach you about slavery to keep you down, as if you didn't exist on the planet before 1492. Not only did we exist on the planet, we ran this planet, and that's what they're hiding. They don't want you to know that, because that may give you some inspiration to say, man, my ancestor did all this. I got it in me. They're in me. I can do it too. That's why we want to shed the light on it. Shed the light on who you are. They tried their best to separate us from our ancestors with these names, and that's why you need to learn French and Spanish. You may be able to find more of your ancestry in those languages than in English. They did all kind of inhuman things to try to keep us underlings. But it hasn't worked. Can't work. We are the gods that they crucified and then want to say he okayed us to be a slave. It was okay. And that's a religion you followed with him, that it was okay to be a slave. And all these good Christian people, these God-fearing people in America, allowed your enslavement to go on for hundreds of years. Not only that, they want to ignore it like it never happened. They want to come and say, oh, y'all people suffered wrong. Let me see if we can do something to help all of y'all get back where you were. Nope, that will never happen. We got to lift ourselves up. Freedom comes from people's self-determination. Some of y'all think Abraham Lincoln freed y'all. Yeah, y'all think Abraham Lincoln freed y'all. Let me talk about that a little bit. It was a war. The Confederates, the states who said we don't want the part of this federal system coming in, and by we have a right to withdraw. So they wasn't doing anything wrong. We don't want to be a part of something, you withdraw. Okay? Stay on track, stay on track, stay on track. Somebody was trying to work some spells out there, but you're not gonna work. I'm gonna get this message across. You can't stop this. No weapon formed can stop the truth. So what Abraham Lincoln did was he signed a proclamation, which these leaders in these southern states, they didn't have to recognize that. I mean, you're at war. You're gonna recognize enemy president, the country you were fighting against, because it was only issued to the southern states. And when does a state have to follow the federal government? Don't believe anything I'm saying because this is just entertaining myself. I like to hear myself talk, not really talking to anybody. So if you think I'm lying, do your research and prove it to yourself. I've been such in a favored position. That's all I have time to do, or that's all I want to do is research. And I'm not talking about a few months in prison or a few years in prison. I'm talking about a lifetime. So I'm sharing it with you. That's what I do. So to give you an example of how the states are independent from anything from a president, then I'm gonna go back to the point I was making. In 1954, schools, they say desegregation, right? Federal law, Supreme Court decision. It was over 10, 12 years before they started. They took their time because the federal government had no power over no state. So why do you think the 13th Amendment, a piece of paper by the federal government outlawing slavery, did anything for you? If you knew what it means to be free, you would see you're not free. We was free before. I'm talking about the period when we was free before integration. We was free. I lived part of that life. When you have your own communities, we can go to stores and know the people in the stores and they know you. If you ain't got money, it's okay. They take care of you. People, you have a problem, you got people around you who can assist you, who looking to help you. You in hell when you around people who don't give a heck about you, criminalize you every moment. That is not being free. But that's the position they want us to be. But we are responsible for being in that position because we sold out. And the way you sell out is calling yourself black, Negro, colored. All these things that don't mean nothing to nobody. It means you're nobody. You don't know who you are. But you are great. You're the gods, you're the creators. Even the so-called Indians, they're Egyptians. Yes, I said it. Egypt ruled for 1,000 years. You think they didn't travel here? You think they didn't set up camp here? So what they do is they bring some Orientals here and try to make them the Indians by mixing up the people. Y'all so mixed up, I'm telling you. And I don't mean just by the blood. I mean, you need to go out and meditate somewhere and clear your head. Get in the sun. That's going to heal you. And if you're in a cold place, still get in the sun. So let me get back to the point I'm making because I want to close this out. So I'm elaborating on the part of how we're not free. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't do anything for us, and even the 13th Amendment didn't do anything because when you were taken off the plantation as a prisoner of war, we were never enslaved. They called it slavery, but we was prisoners of war. But we had the skills because they was too lazy. They didn't want to do anything. They think that digging and building was beneath them. So that's how we survived because we had the skills. So that started changing in my lifetime in the 60s. I remember when I grew up, we was the only people who used to work on the roads and the streets. So that changed. They said, okay, we're going to take these jobs. We're going to take over these jobs. So they did this through the Masons. So any black person with the Masons, he's a part of his own enslavement Yeah, secret societies. That's how they do this through secret societies. Like George Carlin says, it's a big club and you ain't a part. You're not a member. And that hasn't changed. It's not going to change until we change. So I think I gave a rounded up summary of what happened, the real history that you would not get in school. You would get it in books and pieces, but you got to do a lot of reading to put it together like I just gave it to you. Or you can get it from your ancestors. You get yourself cleaned up, they'll tell you what happened. Most of my work is spiritual. Peace to the Moors. Till next time.